Merry Christmas everyone. I just thought I would do a bit of a makeup get ready with me for Christmas lunch and dinner. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is actually the first time I've used it, so we'll see. Yeah, oh my god, that is super grippy. I can feel it on my face. I'm going to be using the She Glam Complexion Pro foundation today. And this stuff is really good. It's the only one that actually stays on all day. And I'm also just using this She Glam multi-face sponge as well. I'm genuinely also not sure what makeup look I even want to do yet, so I guess we'll see. Right, I'm going to use a little bit of the Revolution Concealer and Hydrate Concealer to brighten a little bit. And a little bit of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer just for like the pimples, because this is more like my fake tan skin tone at the moment. All the neck acne from my mask wearing. Ugh. Now I've been doing a lot of that hack lately where you press in some of your setting spray over the foundation when you're done to help it last and like melt into the skin better, and I've been doing it and it works really well. So I've just used the Napoleon Paris matte setting spray. I'm going to bring in a bit of contour to the face. Cream contour first. I do cream and powder. This is the Napoleon Paris contour stick. It's in the shade BR2. It's a nice warm tone, so we use a brush to blend it in and use a brush for the cheeks. Pretty much just grab it off the stick like this and then press it on so it doesn't take off the foundation and the coverage and stuff underneath. And I pretty much just bring the excess around the forehead here. I'm adding some cream blusher. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks in Almost Famous. So just sort of put it up here, a little bit there. Press it in a little bit with a brush and then go over with a sponge. Looking a bit like an elf at the moment, but we'll fix that soon. I'm going in with a little bit of the Liquid Light Thief by Napoleon Paris. It's a bit of a cream highlight. I believe this is the shade Rose Gold Yo. I also like to do setting spray at various stages just to set everything as we go. Inhale that. I've been using so many different powders lately, I'm not even sure which one to do. I have been using this, but it's a little bit like white pink toned, so I might use this in the bright areas, and then my Napoleon Paris Camera Finish powder for the rest. Go to part 2 where I'll continue this look. Okay, welcome to part 2. We're continuing my makeup. So I have just decided to go with some of the Coty Air Spun powder for like underneath and the highlight areas. And I like to do it with a sponge as well, just to really press it in. But not bake, just like press a little bit under that contour line as well. Just like really quickly dust it away. See what I mean though? It's like a bit pink, a bit like cool tone. So I'm using the shade G4 in this powder, and I pick up quite a lot and really pack it right on, so it adds that extra coverage. And so after powder I do a lot of like setting spray just to rehydrate and like get rid of that powdery feeling and look. Okay, so now we're looking nice and full coverage. I'm just like baking a pimple here because it's trying to leak. That's me. Alright, so next I'm going to go into like some shaping of the face. So I'm really loving this Revlon Skin Lights bronzer in the shade number 2 Tan. Something about this bronzer, it's just like super creamy, and like it does have a few little flecks in it, but it's not shiny or in your face. So pretty much just bronzing up the perimeter of the face, adding some warmth right in there. For my nose contour, I actually use the Revolution XX Demo Bronzer, just because it's a little bit less warm, more cool. I'm going to do it on a finer brush as well, just to get the nose really slim. And when it's nice and sharp, I do like a little V at the bottom and then I do a little line across the top. I like pinch the brush just to make it a bit more like buttony. I need a bit of colour, so I'm going to add some blush. My favourite at the moment is the L'Oreal Blush of Paradise in Million Dollar Baby, or the MAC Extra Dimension. This is Rosy Cheeks, quite a bright one. I'm just going to add a little bit of both. So I like to go really ham with the peach and then a little bit lighter with the other one. I'm like a real blush fan, so I like really do more than that, than bronzer really. So do just like a little bit down the nose, not like super e-girl like it used to be, but, and just a touch of this for a bit of shimmer. I'm going to do another spritz. Alright, go to part 3 to continue this look. Welcome back to part 3 of doing my makeup for Christmas Day. I just upped a highlighter, so I'm using the Nicole Guru palette, which is Bushed. I'm going into like one of the bronzy shades to highlight the high points. Alright, for brows, I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop pomade stuff and the NYX Brow Glue to hold them down. Alright, so I put in the brows and put in a little bit of the glue. Hold them down, they're a bit wild. I do actually use that brow gel as my faux freckles as well. Pretty much just dot them down and blend it out by finger, and I do that all across here and a little bit on the forehead. Okay, now pretty much everything for the base is done. I'm gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna do something gold and bronzy because to match my top, use like this sort of colour from the Avani palette, and then from the Carnival palette, some of those brown tones. Dropping a little bit down the bottom as well. Adding a bit more of a darker brown on the outer corner. I'm actually going to put on a little bit of this Australis metal slip thing. I'm just doing that like right on the inner part of the eyelid. I'm just blending the edge a little bit. I'm just going to press on a little bit of the Bronze Ambition Chunky Glitter from Nepal. And that is looking immaculate, honestly. Just lining my tight line quickly with some brown. I'm putting a little bit of white into the waterline as well. And I'm using the Rimmel Glam Eyes eyeliner. We're looking pretty snazzy. I'm just going to do a bit of an inner corner fox eye thing. And for that I use the Man Eater by Tarte. Just going to have a little bit of mascara. I'm just going to curve up mascara, like I think they're all the same to me. I'm just going to pop on a random pair of lashes I just found in my drawer. Because I'm out of my favourite ones, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer, but anyway. Finishing off with some of the Maybelline Superstay. This is the colour 85 Protector. And this is the final look.